In this GCSE Maths revision lesson, we are going to learn how to factorize algebraic expressions and then try to solve 5 exam-related questions. I'm going to start with the simplest factorization, and we'll move on to more complex questions. So the first one here, question 1, we are taught to factorize completely 6x plus 9. So when given a question like this, the first step is to find a common factor, otherwise what we call the highest common factor, where that value can divide 6 and 9. And doing so, I can take that 6 and 9 here, and then I start with the smallest value, let's say 2, and I start testing, can 2 divide 6? Yes, 2 can divide 6. And then can 2 divide 9? No, 2 cannot divide 9. So I will ignore 2 because though 2 can divide 6, 2 cannot divide 9. Then I go to the next one, which is 3. Can 3 divide 6? Yes, 3 can divide 6. And then can 3 divide 9? Yes, 3 can divide 9. So since 3 can divide both of them, I can put it there. And then I say 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Like that. And then in this case, our HCF, highest common factor, would be 3. Like that. Because 3 can divide both 6 and 9. That from there, since now I have the HCF, what I need to do is I put it outside the brackets like this, and then I take 6x and divide it by the common factor, which is 3. So 6 divided by 3 will be 2. Then our x, like that. So I put in brackets 2x, meaning if I take 6 divided by 3, 6x divided by 3, I'll get 2x, but then the opposite will be 3 multiplied by 2x will be 6x. Then plus, because here we have a plus sign, then I take 9 and divide by 3, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So inside the brackets, I put 3, because if I take 3 multiplied by 3, it will be 9. So this is the factorization of that question, and if you try to multiply it, to expand it again, 3 multiplied by 2x, it will be 6x, then 3 multiplied by 3, it will be 9, and that will be our original question. So can we try another one which is a bit complex? So in this question 2, you are told to factorize completely 5x plus 10x squared. And the first thing you need to note here is both values or variables have an x. So in this case, though this x here is squared, at least there is an x. And then though this one is not squared, at least we have 1x. So in that case then, when we are finding our HCF, we need also to include the x value inside the HCF. So in this case, I would say to find the HCF, I would say 5x, then 10x squared like this, and by like this. And then I start asking, generally 2 cannot divide 5, although it can divide 10, but it cannot divide 5. 3 the same, 4 the same, but 5 can divide both 10 and 5. But then you see, we also have x here and x squared here. So if I put it as 5x, it will be okay, because 5x can divide by 5x, and it can also divide 10x squared. So in this case, 5x divided by 5x, it will be 1. Then 10x squared divided by 5x, it will be, I divide this 5 by 5, 1 by 5, 2 on 10, and then this x by x1, then this x squared, when I divide by x, it will remain to be x. So it becomes 2x like that. So with that 5x, then that becomes our HCF. is 5x. Then the next step, I'll take this 5x here and I divide with our common HCF, which was 5x, and 5x divided by 5x will be 1. So in our brackets, I'll start with 5x, then in brackets 1, because it's what I got here when I took 5x divided by the HCF, then plus this 10x squared divided by this 5x, which is our HCF, and it becomes this x is divided by this x squared, it will remain to the x, then 5 divided by 10 by 5 will be 1, then 10 divided by 5 will be 2, so it becomes 2 multiplied by x is 2x, just the way we got it here. So it becomes 5x, it becomes 2x. And if you check well, 5x multiplied by 1, it will be 5x. Then 5x multiplied by 2x, it will be 10x squared, and then becomes the solution for that question. Can we try a more complex question 3 here? So in this question 3, you are told to factorize completely 12a plus 8b minus 4. So the first thing you need to note here is we have A, we have B, and we have C. So in that case, none of those variables is like the other. So when we are finding our HCF, we are not going to include the variables A, B, and C because none of them is like the other. So we are going to concentrate with the coefficients, which is 12, 8, and 4. So to find the HCF of 12, 8, and 4, we can write 12, 8, and 4 like this. Then of course I start with 2. Can 2 divide 12? Yes, you can divide it and can divide 4. So I put 2. Then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then again 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then I go again and ask myself, can 2 again divide these numbers? Yes, it can divide 6, it can divide 4, it can divide 2. So if I put 2, then it will be this 6 here divided by 2, it will be 3. Then 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. Then 2 divided by 2, it will be 1. And then from there is no another value which can divide this one. Otherwise, even we have a 1 here, so it means one of the variables has been divided fully. So we don't move from there. So we take these values here, which is 2 and 2. I multiply them. 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4, and then becomes our HCF, highest common factor, is 4. And now that we have our highest common factor, what I need to do next is I put it outside the brackets. Then I start with 12a. I take 12a and divide with our HCF, which is 4. So it becomes by 4, 1, by 4, 3. 3 multiplied by a would be 3a. So I put 3a here. Then minus, because here we have a minus. Then I take 8b and divide by our HCF, which is 4. So by 4 divided by 4 is 2. So it becomes 2 multiplied by 2 is 2b, like that. So I put 2b there. And then the last one is 4c. As is, I have my HCF, which is 4. So I take 4c divided by 4 by 4 and by 4, 1. So 1 multiplied by c is c. So I put minus c there, and that becomes the solution for this question 3. And sorry, we made a small mistake here. It was positive, so here it should be positive, not negative, but it's okay. The process will be the same. So can we try to solve a more complex question 4? So in question 4, you are told to factorize a quadratic expression here, which is x squared plus 7x plus 12. And the logic of factorization here changes a bit because what we do is the first thing, when we have x squared plus 7x plus 12, we need to get to values such that when I add those two values, I get the coefficient of this x here, which is 7. And then when I multiply those two numbers, I get this value here, which is 12. So the product will be 12. So two numbers, when I add them, I get 7, and then when I multiply them and get 12, would be 4 and 3, because if I take 4 plus 3, it will be 7, and then when I take 4 multiplied by 3, it will be 12. Exactly what we needed here. Then from there, since I have the two numbers, I'll try to expand this middle term here, 7x, and then to do so, I'll take x squared like this. But now instead of writing 7x, you see, if I have 7x, I can just write it like this. 4x plus 3x, which were 4 and 3 are our values here. And then when I take 4x plus 3x, it's just 7x. So I did nothing wrong. I just wrote this value here in other terms. So I can put that plus 4x here plus 3x like that, because 4x plus 3x, it will be 7x, then plus 12. This 12 here. Then from there, I can just group them like this. And then after grouping, I need to find the common factor here. And since now we already know how to find the common factor, I will not go the long way and just go the short way. So here I have 4x and I have x squared. So x is common in both of them. So I can take it outside the brackets, and then in brackets I say this x here, because x multiplied by x, it will be x squared, then plus this 4 here, because 4 multiplied by x, it will be 4x. Then I say plus, you see, I take again the common factor here of 3 and 12, it will be 3. Once you go the long way and try to find the factor of 3x and 12x, you'll find it is 3. Then from there, in brackets, I can put x, because 3 multiplied by x, it will be 3x, then plus 4, because 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. 4 short, 12 divided by 3 is 4, like that. Then from there, you see this x plus 4 is the same as this x plus 4, but then you have x plus 3. So I'll start with that x plus 3, and since this one is repeated, I'll just pick one, which is x plus 4, then like that, and becomes the solution for this question 4. So can we try to solve the last question, question 5? So in this question 5 here, you are told to factorize. It's the same like question 4, on that now we have a negative here instead of a positive. So it is x squared plus 2x minus 50. The first step is to find two numbers such that when I add them, they will give me the coefficient of this x here, which is 2. And then when I multiply them, they will give me a product of this negative 15 here. So what will be those two numbers? Those two numbers would be something like negative 3 and 5, because if I take negative 3 multiplied by 5, it will be negative 15, this one here. And then when I take negative 3 plus 5, it will be positive 2, this one here. So the two numbers are negative 3 and 5. And now that we have those values, why can't I take these two x and I write it in terms of these values here, negative 3 and 5? So 2x can also be written as negative 3x, then plus 5x, like that. because negative 3x plus 5x is 2x. And now, instead of writing these 2x here, I'll replace it with the negative 3 plus 5. Negative 3x plus 5x. So it will be x squared, this one, then minus 3x, then plus 5x, which is what we expanded for this 2x, then minus 15, this 15 here. Then from there, I can just group them like this, and I find the common factor in each of them brackets, and in this case I have 3x and x squared. Of course, x here is common, and we don't have another value which is common, so I put it outside the brackets. Then in brackets I put x, so that x multiplied by x becomes x squared, then minus, I take this 3 minus 3, because 3 multiplied by x, it will be 3x, then plus, I take this 5 outside, because 5 and 15, the common factor would be 5, and then in brackets x, so that 5 multiplied by x, it will be 5x, then minus 3, because 5 multiplied by 3, it will be negative 15, like that. Then from there, you see this x minus 3 is common, but x plus 5 is not common, so I start with it as x plus 5, like that, this x plus this 5, then in brackets I just pick 1 here, which is x minus 3, like that, and that becomes the solution for this question 5. That's it for this lesson. If you have any question or there is a place you did not understand, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll try my level best to answer any question you have. And let us meet in the next lesson, where we are going to explore revision in a different topic, and by phone.